Welcome back, my Duelist friends. Casual Duelist. I hope that you guys enjoyed the little break from Speed Duel yesterday. And we're about to get back into it pretty heavy. So again, this took over everything else for the week. Um, unless I mistimed this, because a good portion of this is pre-tape. If we get the structure deck out while this is going on, I will add those videos to go along with these videos. However, I won't mention which deck I'm on because by then I won't remember. Sorry. That said, I do hope that you guys have been having fun. I hope that you guys enjoyed me messing around with the Master Duel yesterday. Finally took a loss again. Played two Blue Eyes players with two vastly different... I would say they had two different builds, two different play styles. Second Duelist outplayed me. And you know what? Maybe you guys agree. I probably should have effect veiled the Dragon Spirit of White. That's probably about the time the game went off the rails. I probably also could have Solemn Struck the first Blue Eyes alternative play. You guys let me know. Anyway, we're back to these. So we got two of these today. I figured we'd go over two of the most fun ones. I'm going to have Ojamas coming up in a little bit. Mostly because we just kind of did an Armed Dragon deck. But I needed to start today with Jaden Yuki. And again, where did I get the deck lists? I still had the pamphlets that came with the GX Battle Box. And they give you the list and the skill that they tell you to play with. So those are the skills and lists that we're using today. So, real quick, we've got the skill Here Goes Something. And again, Jaden plays a lot of the elemental heroes. He's not the only one. Astro Phoenix did it there for a quick period before delving off into the Destiny heroes. So we probably won't see cards like Phoenix Enforcer in Speed Duel. What we will see is Jaden kind of going ham with Flame Wingman. So in order to do that, we're going to use this skill. Once per duel, activate this at the start of your battle phase. While you control exactly one elemental hero and no other monsters. For the remainder of the turn, this card gains 800 attack while battling an opponent's monster and can attack all monsters the opponent controls once each. You may not special summon monsters for the remainder of the turn after you activate this skill. So, keep that in mind. The goal here is to have Flame Wingman absolutely spike the opponent with fireballs. So, in order to do that, we're going to need our main deck. We're going to start off with 3 copies of the elemental hero Avion. And again, Avion is just here for his name. His stats are very underwhelming as they were. And he's just a regular character. It's all good. Play him. You need him for the Flame Wingman. Additionally, you're going to need to play 3 copies Burst Tricks to finish out the recipe. And for some fun, we're also going to add 3 copies Goddess with a Third Eye. Now, I'd like to take a quick second, talk about this one, and why this one is like pulling a double duty. First and foremost, can be used to substitute as any one fusion material when going to fuse, but the other materials must be the correct materials. So let's say that I drew Avion and Goddess of the Third Eye, and I didn't draw my Burst Tricks. Well, that's all good. Goddess can become Burst Tricks. Now, why is this more fun in our deck? Well, Burst Tricks was involved in a couple more fusions than Avion. Avion was only involved in 1 fusion. Burst Tricks was actually involved in 3. So this allows us to expand our extra deck to a full 6 cards. More on that when we get there. Again, you're going to need 3 copies of Polymerization. Again, you want to get fuse. We need to fuse. You're going to need copies of Polymerization to do this. And in addition to the polymerizations, I'm running 2 copies of Fusion Sage. And literally all this card does is you activate this spell card and it lets you add polymerization from deck to hand. So, oh geez, the cricket's still alive down here. It's been a couple of days. So that's cool. But yeah, Fusion Sage allows us to get polymerization more fluidly. Next up, we are going to be running 3 copies Reinforcement of the Army. Because again, this deck comes with it. And again, these are both warriors as And I want to say it's like 99% of elemental heroes. I think there's one or two that might not be warrior typing. But I want to say they came from like Premium Pack, and those would be like Lady Heat, Voltic, and characters like that. Most of the main cast, they're all going to be warriors. So again, while reinforcement is still at 3, just use and abuse it. This also helps us finish off our fusions, as well as maybe you have the ability to fuse twice, 2 turns in a row by getting another material. So go for it. And then last card we're going to use in the main deck, 3 copies of Skyscraper. It's the field spell, and this is going to be crazy. So let's say you went second, you had the Skyscraper, you were able to put together the Elemental Hero Flame Wingman. You were able to give him the Here Goes Nothing. He's already sitting at 2,900. Can attack all 3 of your opponent's monsters. And when it attacks the monster that has an attack higher than it, gain 1,000 attack during the damage calculation. So again, he will just go down the line, absolutely and utterly destroying every card he can in his path. Now, again, I did play this a little differently in the past. We were using Fusion Weapon. Fusion Weapon would be better, but I want to say it was not in any of the structures. I think it was just one of the cards added to the set after the fact. So again, it would be cool. But Skyscraper really putting in the work, especially if you end up against something that's got like big blue eyes. This is one of those things that could go up against Dragon Caller and blast 2 blue eyes in a row back to back. Even with just a base Flame Wingman, still without even going after the Lord of Dragons, call it game right there. So we got to get to know the Flame Wingman, and again, since he is the key to the deck, I decided to play him at 3. You're probably only ever going to summon 1 at a time, so don't worry about it. Must be fusion summoned. When it destroys a monster by battle and sends it to the graveyard, inflict damage equal to the attack of the destroyed monster in the graveyard. So in this instance, the effect damage from this with Skyscraper versus Blue Eyes, or if you guys like the show references, the Ancient Gear Golem, because that's how he beat Dr. Crowler. It would be the 100 damage based on the overage, and then the 3,000 damage based on the monster's attack as it's read in the discard pile. Just in case you wanted to get like crazy, like if Dark Magician was equipped with the Sword of Dark Destruction or something, Sword of the Deep-Seated, something that brings it up to like 29, 3,000, you're still only going to get the 2,500 from the burn of the Flame Wingman. But again, what this allows you to do is, again, you can get up to like 3,900 with 3 attacks and just absolutely go wild on the opposing side of the field. Other fusions you're able to create because of the Burstinatrix and the Goddess of the Third Eye. One of my favorites, we're going to run it at 2 because why not, is the Rampart Blaster. So again, must be fusion summoned. Can attack directly while in defense mode. If it does, apply its attack for damage calculation, and its attack is halved during the damage calculation only. So again, we'll put it in defense, and then attack for what will be 1,000 points every turn because it's halved. So again, it's a good card. You can board it. And then last up, you can create the Steam Healer. Again, this will be Burstinatrix and Bubble Man, or Burstinatrix and Goddess. Again, must be fusion summoned. If this destroys a monster by battle and sends it to the graveyard, you actually gain life points equal to that monster's original attack in the graveyard. So again, kind of the opposite of Flame Wingman. Kind of cool in that fact. Guys, this is the first of the GX decks, if you don't consider the fact that the Destiny Hero one has already been performed. So again, I would appreciate it if you guys try to support the channel when you can. Easiest, cheapest ways, likes and comments. Subscribe maybe if you haven't already. If you have, maybe hit the notifications. If you don't have those on, it's just not going to tell you every time I upload. You may start seeing the uploads out of order. That's a thing. And it is what it is. It's not a big deal. Share the channel with your friends, my friends. Outside of that, maybe you don't want to do any of those. Don't do any of those. Do me one favor. I'm going to have another deck coming out later today. It's going to be Ojamas, so maybe stop back in a couple more hours. Check that one out. But even if you don't, I want you to go out there. I want you to have a great day today. I want you to pursue happiness. So go do the thing that's going to make you happy. And don't take no for an answer, all right? All right, I hope to see you guys next time. Later.